Hello, I'm Mike Hackard of Hackard Law. We're a law firm that civilly prosecutes trust beneficiary and catastrophic injury claims in California's superior courts. Juries are empowered by our system to impose accountability and consequences for those who have broken the rules and caused injury to another. Juries ultimately determine the damages, that which was taken from seniors inflicted by financial elder abuse through no fault of their own. California vests juries with great authority to calculate damage remedies against financial elder abusers. Our statute says that an elder financially abused by a defendant may recover compensatory damages as part of their lawsuit. Compensatory damages include both economic, what was physically taken or out-of-pocket expenses, and non-economic damages, widely referenced as physical pain, mental suffering, and emotional distress. This is part of a series of short articles on the meaning of non-economic damages. Seniors are defrauded at twice the rate of the rest of the population when it comes to online fraud. I'll share a recent example. An elderly California gentleman is swindled by an online remote control scam. He sees a pop-up on his computer screen that offers a free security check. He gives the online scammers his personal checking and savings information. The scammers take everything that is in the accounts, nearly all of his net financial worth. His daughter contacts state and federal authorities for help. Law enforcement identifies the foreign base of operation of the wrongdoers, but cannot really identify anything else. The elderly man is now without any financial resources. He looks to family members for help for survival. There's little that we as lawyers can do to help him. This is tragic. You know how it feels when you hear about a tragic situation that can't be reversed. You want to help, but there's no path to solve the problem. Fortunately, there are cases that we can solve. Many times, we're able to identify and civilly prosecute and take financial elder abusers to trial. They're not offshore. They might be in any one of our California communities. We identify the economic compensatory damages. The elder's house is taken by a child. It's worth $800,000. The child takes $300,000 in accounts. It's easy to calculate this economic loss. The jury gets to assess non-economic damages as well. And let's think of the elderly man as an example. If you could find, sue, and prosecute the wrongdoer, would you ever just say to him, "Give the money back, that'll do it. You don't need to pay for anything else"? Would we ignore the devastation that this elder has suffered? To be fair, no. That's why we empower juries to determine and impose non-economic damages against elder abusers. Juries receive well-settled instructions that specify the range of non-economic damages. They include physical pain, mental suffering, loss of enjoyment of life, disfigurement, physical impairment, humiliation, emotional distress. If we just call this a pain and suffering claim, we can really miss the point. It could be like calling brain surgery a headache, an amputation a cut, Alzheimer's a temporary memory loss. The abuser does not want to pay for these injuries, and he might call them invisible. No harm, no foul. We make invisible injuries visible to juries. Juries want facts, not conjecture, not speculation. An elderly plaintiff's spouse or family members know particulars. They can speak to how the plaintiff's health and well-being before the injury was, and now, how's the plaintiff after the injury? And this is powerful. A jury wants to know what was taken from the elder. It isn't only about the value of property taken, it's about all the range of non-economic injuries. We've litigated these cases for seniors and/or their families. We know that the plaintiff's mental suffering is a common offshoot from all of these forms of elder financial exploitation. Theft, assets taken without permission or knowledge of the elderly person, and this could be cash, valuables, and both personal and real property. Fraud, falsification of records, forgeries, changed beneficiaries, unauthorized checks and bank and securities transfers. Electronic, compromised passwords, relinquishment of personal information, online remote control scams. Investments made with out-of-line commissions or agent abuse, and outright fraudulent properties, and the sale and trade of insurance policies. Of course, mental suffering is not the only damage stemming from such exploitation. For these purposes and for the sake of brevity, let's assume that mental suffering is the only non-economic injury. Mental suffering stemming from financial elder abuse harm is what we're going to look at. The defendant pierced the senior's life with great loss. The magnitude of this loss is many times the dollar value of the property taken. In elders' golden years, their last years, have been taken from them. They didn't bring a lawsuit to win the lottery, and they could care less. They would never choose the mental suffering that now fills their life. No one in their right mind would. They're not going to profit from a verdict. They've lost something irreplaceable and precious to them. A part of their health, their independence, their future. Damages are a matter of paying for what the financial elder abuser took. We identify what was taken by learning the answers to each of these three questions. How bad is the harm? How long does it last? And how interfering is it? So, just how bad is mental suffering? It's defined as fright, feelings of distress, anxiety, depression, grief, and may result in physical symptoms. It can result in significant changes in thinking, emotion, and behavior. Its distress affects the elder's functioning in social, work, and family activities. Elders may not want to talk about it. They may feel sad or down. The distress can reduce their ability to concentrate. Mood changes are common. Withdrawal from friends and activities often occurs. Fatigue, detachment from reality, even paranoia or hallucinations can follow elder financial abuse. Suicidal thinking and problems with drugs or alcohol. Loss of the ability to cope. These are all major harms. The elder's life, as he knew it, is gone. It won't be recovered. Juries need to hear how. Elder financial abuse victims have their own story to tell. It's often best told by those who have seen the tragic impact of elder financial abuse. Elders really just want their lives and their health back, and this isn't an option. Our law provides the only thing a jury can do is to assess damages. The jury needs to know how much was taken as a result of the defendant's financial exploitation and the fair value of what the elder lost. In a case where an elder's mental suffering continues, much has been taken. The jury will determine the fair value of what was lost to provide the civilized remedy to right wrongs. This is our system of justice. We're not an eye for an eye system. We turn to our community, to our juries, to remedy wrongs, to impose accountability and consequences. We at Hackard Law civilly prosecute California trust beneficiary and catastrophic injury claims, and this is our passion. Call us if you want to talk to us about your case. We can be reached at 916-313-3030. Hackard Law, attorneys making a difference.